Hello and welcome to this review of Paul Masson American Chablis. Okay, LC1591-1603. Okay, this is the New York produced version. It is 11.5. Kind of mixed it up in the last video. The one from California, Madera, California, is 12%. This one from Canandaigua, New York is 11.5. So they're similar, but they're not the same. This is using New York grapes, the New York Appellation, American Appellation, and the one in California is using California grapes. One of those Appalachian Mountains, yeah, appellations out there. There's a bunch of different ones in California. All right, well anyway. It says, serve this smooth, lightly fruity wine chilled, which I have it chilled. Grape by itself today, or with white meat, poultry, seafood, and lightly flavored dishes. Okay. Never had it before. I bought this at Dorgnac's. It was $10.99 for the bottle. And the California version, which comes in the carafe, the resealable carafe, is $4.99. All right. I expected to be similar. I enjoyed drinking that one. Didn't take too long. It was only a liter. Yeah, the lighting in here is not too good this morning here at 7:45. It's overcast outside. These lights are not the strongest ones. I need to get a good, strong spotlight to put on me, really. Pale, greenish gold like the last one. Like, you know, white grapes. It smells like that. Fruity, peach, pear, more pear than peach. White grape, it's simple. I mean, it's a simple table wine. Table wine is any wine below 14.0. If it's above 14.0, then it's dessert wine. They've been making wine, the Paul Masson company's been making wine since the 1880s, I think 1882. It says since, the other bottle said since 1852, but I think that's when he moved to America as an immigrant. I don't think he just moved and immediately started producing wine, but he did go to California and did produce wine, and I think they're showing that old Paul Masson headquarters. It's a historical monument in California today, and they host dinners there. People rent it for purposes like that. This is part of Constellation Brands today, just like Taylor. Taylor is the company that sort of, Taylor Wine Company of New York, they're the ones that sort of evolved into Constellation Brands, okay, and then started snapping up various companies like the Paul Masson Winery, plus a whole host of others. If you get on the Constellation Brands website, it's incredible what they have with wine, liquor, and beer, like Corona Extra is a brand that they handle in the United States, the Corona, and other ones coming in from their Nava, Mexico facility. It is medium body. It's well balanced. It's sweet but not overly sweet. It's pleasant. It's hitting all the right notes for a white, mild white wine. This is the Paul Masson brandy. Don't know where it's distilled exactly. I know it's aged. The VSOP. It's aged at Barton Distillery in Bardstown, Kentucky, actually. They rent the barrels. I was over there on the tour, and they said, yeah, it's like contract age. They use the bourbon barrels once. You can only use a bourbon barrel once to make bourbon, but then they take that once used barrel, charred, and they age the brandy in there for 4 years. It gives a little extra touch, that bourbon barrel aging. They said they use those for wine too. They barrel age the wine in those spent bourbon barrels. I don't know which ones. All right. It's simple. That's the main thing about this. It's simple. It's $10.99 for this big bottle. Would be about $2.65 for a regular size wine bottle if you translated that to that configuration. So it's about as cheap as you're going to get it. And a lot of these guys, they buy this really cheap wine like Richard's Wild Irish Rose, which, by the way, is a Constellation Brands brand. But that's $3.99 for that 750 milliliter, and it's vastly inferior to what you'll get from Taylor or Paul Masson in the same, per milliliter. So you can buy one of them that's about $2.65 to $2.75 per 750 milliliter bottle, and it's so much better. Not to say that that one was terrible, but it was strange, and it's obviously their lowest of their low-end products, and I couldn't in good conscience recommend it, except just to try to see what the really exotic bottom of the bottom shelf things taste like, and it's different. But this one, the Paul Masson, holds its own. It's a credible product. I mean, you bring that to a barbecue in the 3-liter jug and it's going to get wiped out. People are going to wipe it out. And they're not going to raise an eyebrow, I don't think. I mean, some snobby people would probably, but most people would just say, oh yeah, and they'd dig into it and start taking care of it. If you showed up with Richard's Wild Irish Rose, you're going to spark a conversation, but it may not be positive. It'll be seen more as a lark if you brought that, maybe, a novelty. This would be seen as something people would want to drink. So anyway, I like it a lot. I've had perfect experience so far with Paul Masson wine and brandy. There's been no downside to any of this so far. I think the next one I'm going to try is that Rosé. In California it's Rosé, and then in New York they call it Vin Rose. Yeah, I think the big 3-liter is Vin Rose, Vin Rosé, and the other one is Rosé. Oh well. And I'm going to post some links. They talk all about their wine, master winemaker. I think they call it their winemaker, like the head. At a distillery, we call a head distiller, or a distillery master. At a brewery, a brewmaster. So they call it winemaker. Like I said, these people all have college degrees. If you want to get into the the winemaking, vintner business, venting business, the distilling business, and the brewing business, you really want to go and get that Bachelor's of Science degree from a university that would focus on agricultural mechanics. More likely Louisiana State University and A&M College would be a good choice. These people, like the one in California, University of California, Davis, up in the Northeast, they were saying he went to Cornell. I think the guy went to Cornell in Ithaca. But there's others, and you can get, if you're serious about it, you can get a scholarship if you have decent grades and a decent college placement score, like ACT or SAT test. But you do need that bachelor's. You could go to California A&T University. North Carolina A&T. Alabama A&M apparently has a good that program, that kind of thing. A lot of these historically black colleges and universities, they're, ever since integration, they're starved for students. So they put a big emphasis on recruiting, and they need students of any race. And Jackson State University in Mississippi, Alcorn State University would be looking for people. I'm trying to think of that one. Mississippi Valley State University. I mean, they're rural, so that would turn some people off. I think that's why people don't want to go there. It's so isolated and rural. But if you just focus on the degree, and you're a person that can adjust and you're not too uptight about things, and it'd be something to check out. So anyway, enough of that. Talk about college. Highly recommend it. I love it. It's good. No downside. It's 100% good and 0% bad. What does that tell you? I mean, you know, you could score that yourself. So thanks for watching this video production. There comes the fridge. So.